Hello, guys.
Hello.
Sorry, we're an hour late. Yeah, we've got really, really bad weather here, guys. We did have a tornado touchdown right to the north of the house, and it started right about the west side of our fairgrounds and went all the way through. And well, here I got a video I just found actually. I can show you what it kind of. Oh, let me see here. Yeah, right where I bring the dogs to go to the vet. Yeah, it was right there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how close it was. But I mean, it was actually closer than I would actually be happy with dealing with, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Let me share screen with you guys. Hi, welcome in everybody. Mitzi, hi. I hope you're doing okay over there. Hubby's here tonight, and he showed me the radar. So you look like you're good for right now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she's close to me too. So,
and I'm glad that you're not alone either.
Oh, I know.
I'm very glad about that.
Yeah, he came home. He's here. So, thank God.
Yeah, Maureen reached out to me and told me what was going on, and I was like, oh my goodness. That's when I was like, then after that I messaged you and I was like, I hope you guys are all right. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Well, yeah, what people don't understand is you may not get hit by that exact spot in that tornado, but all around it. I mean, I don't know if anybody knows this or not, but we set a record tonight. We were at 4.75 for the largest hail recorded. Now we have 5-inch hail. That is a CD size hail. That was recorded with this storm.
It's like a baseball or more, maybe like a softball.
It's like a CD, the width of a CD, 5-inch. Yep. But here, I will go ahead and play this. Even though I know we only have a few people in here, but at least this way I can at least have this played. And I haven't even hit the like yet because I literally just found it, guys. But yeah, you can kind of sort of see this is right where it crossed Route 45 in south of Kankakee. And I'll show you where
Kankakee from earlier from this same thunderstorm as it moved over Kankakee.
Okay, where you see on the right-hand side where that guy's standing there?
Yeah.
If you go to the next driveway over, that would be going into my veterinarian's office.
Oh, wow.
So, and I am south on the south side of the tornado. You're north of the tornado looking south.
Ah, so you're south, you're the other way.
Yeah, you keep going past the tornado, I'm that way.
Okay.
So just so you kind of get an idea.
Power flashes.
Yeah. So there's the tornado crossing over the road here. We don't know what road that is, but this is just new video we're seeing with you.
It's Route 45. He doesn't know that, but it is.
Right now. And what's interesting about this is that obviously it's a relatively large tornado, even though it doesn't look like it's all the way on the ground, but it's picking up debris and whatnot. So this is a very large tornado that doesn't have condensation from the clouds all the way down to the ground. That was a power flash there. So it kind of has some multiple vortices in it where you see little mini spins around the main circulation. And we don't know exactly where this was in Kankakee. It has to be on the south side because that's where we got the reports of the damage. But nonetheless, that's our first view of the tornado from just about probably 50 minutes ago as it came through Kankakee. So video in.
So yeah, so that's what it looked like coming through Kankakee. I can show you other pictures of how big it grew once it crossed that street. On the other side of that street that it was going to, excuse me, guys. It had to have hit the college, because right down when you saw the traffic light right there, you would take a left at that traffic light. Now you're heading east, and the college is right there on the left. And we also had a tornado. I can't hear you. You muted yourself, I think.
I did. I did that for the video. I'm sorry. Did it hit the college?
I don't know if it hit the college, but we also have one just south of where I just showed you, and you can see the fairgrounds.
Oh, wow.
And that is closer to me. And one hit there too.
Well, let's make it go the other way so it doesn't come near you.
Oh, I'm telling you, yeah. And this is going to be an all-night thing.
Yeah, you
We are
might
under
have to
the
pop
gun
this real quick.
spot.
If you hear can you hear sirens if they go off where you're at, or is it you too far out in the
We
road?
don't have sirens out here. Yeah.
Oh
no.
my goodness!
No, we don't get the luxury of living in a city and having city sirens.
Would your phone get an alert?
They used to give us a free tornado and severe weather alert, and they stopped doing that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they stopped doing that. So yeah, we don't get the alerts at all. But I was going to go live at 7 tonight, as usual, but we started, when we were checking in. Hi, Gator, welcome in. When we started checking our children to make sure they were okay, we found out that the first one the first one I got a hold of was my son. He was getting a hold of his daughter, and we're both finding out that they're taking on damage. So, yeah, their cars are totaled. So everybody's car's totaled. So they got hail damage. Their windshields are busted out. I mean, the whole nine. It's a mess. Their house is probably, well, I know my son for sure has home damage with the siding. He has not checked the roof yet. It got too dark for him to be able to check the roof. And his daughter hasn't been able to go out and really assess the yard yet. So we don't know about the damage to her. But yeah, you don't have to be right in the path to have it blow your house apart to get major home damage. And hi, Fishy, welcome in. Hi, Cinnamon Girl, welcome in.
Hey, Fishy's here. Hey, Andy.
Yeah, so that's why I'm late, guys. Our kids' houses and cars took on some damage from the tornado that just went through here north of me. So my mind was not on the live. My mind was on to make sure they were okay.
Yes.
Because my son was working in Moments, and we're texting each other, and I'm like, dude, you need to get your butt home. You need to get home now because it's heading your way. It's on the ground. I messaged him when it was on the ground just east of Kankakee. And I'm like, dude, you're going to get hit. And Moments is not that far. He was already heading home. So he nailed it and got home right before it hit. And yeah, he said, Mom, the hail was absolutely insane. It was huge.
Can you imagine getting hit in the head with one of those damn 5-inch ice balls? Man, that'd probably break your skull open.
Yeah, no. He said it ruined his work truck. And the guy that he also lives with, the guy and his girlfriend, both their cars got damaged. Well, I shouldn't say the guy, it's his brother, but it's his half brother. Anyway, he, I guess, took out really bad damage to his car from the hail. So yeah.
You see who's here? Greg is here.
I didn't see Greg. Hi, Greg.
Greg is here, yes.
Yeah, I see him now. Hi, Greg. Yeah, sorry. So my mind has been.
Oh yeah, I can understand.
Yeah, my mind has not been on the screen, guys.
I mean, the fact that the weather's like that, we're even streaming is, incredible because at any moment, if something changes, we might have to just get you downstairs in the basement.
Yeah, we're definitely watching. Mitzi's out there. She's definitely watching. I thought at one point she was going to have to head to the shelter, but I didn't hear back from her. I had my sisters yelling at me on the phone. Well, I mean, she wasn't yelling, but she was worried.
Oh, yeah.
We have other family. I have not gotten a hold of my niece in Bourbonnais yet to find out how she fared. So I don't know. I mean, hopefully she's okay.
So the majority of your family is in that state?
Oh, yeah. And right here in Kankakee area. Yeah, right here. My sister's way up north, and right now she's under the gun with the storms that are coming south side Chicago.
Yeah.
So she's under the gun right now. So I'm trying to kind of watch and make sure she's going to be okay. It's nuts.
It's crazy, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's and Mitzi's razor focused on the radar. She is. She's watching radar really good, and she's kind of like my heads up because guys, she's just west of me. So, yeah, and she knew it was going to be bad because she said, "Man, I'm seeing all the storm chasers, running down the main street of my town. This ain't good." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's not good."
You see what fishy things wrote?
No.
If you see a tornado, just yell at it real loud. Tornadoes are scare easily. Not a lot of people know that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Sarah's here. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. How you doing tonight? Welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, it's been wild, guys. It's been wild. Absolutely wild. I took a picture. Let me see. My pond actually got up to. Where's the last one I took? 56.8. 56 degrees, almost 57 degrees.
That's good.
Yeah, it was 76 the highest temperature outside. It got up that high, and when that sun started shining through, I'm like, yeah, that ain't good. That ain't good at all. I knew it wasn't going to be a good thing. But I did take a video of right after. Here, I'll show it. I'll actually, let me share this one. I'll share this. Yeah, I'll share it real quick, and then that way I can share it to you guys.
We had 82 in Pennsylvania today.
Oh, I'm sure.
We were chilly today. It was 47 when I went out at about 4 o'clock. 47 degrees.
There's another one.
There's A-Frame's husband, Ed. Hey, Ed.
Hi, Ed. How you doing? There you go. All right, I got some stuff we can share. Here we go. Yeah, that was crazy, guys. I can look up. I went outside and I looked north, and you can definitely see the tornado. It was rain wrapped, but you could clearly see it. This is pretty much. I'm going to show you. This is pretty much what I could see. Now, this was from a storm chaser, but this is what I could see, but only the view. What he's doing is he's looking to the east. He's west of it. Now, I actually am south of it, so I'm looking at it north. But that was the view pretty much that I had.
Look at the size of that trunk. I mean, look how wide that trunk is.
It was wide. It was extremely
that
wide.
Is
right.
That's a bad boy right there.
Once it got into that field, it was over. It was game over after that. It was seriously, it was that bad.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it was no joke. Let me see if I can pull up. Here,
20 slab crappie after work today. Wow.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna pull.
You gonna fry those up? That'd be good. Fried crappie. Oh.
Okay, that's the one we just watched. Here you go. This is what it did after it passed. Because if you remember right, we saw it right here, and you see that traffic light that I was telling you about?
Yep.
You take a left right there, and you go down this road. This is our college road, and the college is right to the left.
Ooh.
So this is a video of it going down that road.
Look at the size of that thing.
Yeah.
You can tell. I mean, you see those little skinny ones. You see those a lot of the time, but something wide like that has got real power behind it.
Yeah, it definitely formed real fast. As soon as it hit that field, you could tell that was it. It was done. And that was after it reformed. It had already dropped down before it hit Kankakee, and then went up a little bit, and then came back down right in the road, which was this.
That's a fucking tornado.
Oh, listen.
That's a fucking tornado. That's a motherfucking tornado.
Jeez. Look at all the stuff swirling around too. That could be. Look at that! Wow, there was a power thing there.
And where that guy is standing, guys, just to let you know how close to disaster we came. That man that's standing on the side of the road right there, he is standing at a store front right there that you can see the sign of the storefront, and right behind it is a trailer park. Yeah, it's a huge trailer park. And like I said, my vet's office is where this guy is standing right here and taking the video. And just to the north of that, I mean, just right next door to my vet's office, there's a trailer park there too.
Ooh.
So yeah, that I mean, I think that tornado crossed over right by. There's a big, huge hotel. That's, I mean, if you went, well, actually, no, that would be, yeah, it would still be north of the hotel. Yeah, I mean, it literally hit right there, right just south of the trailer park. I don't know, maybe they did take on some damage. I don't know. Well, I have to find out. I don't know about yet.
Wow.
And the other, I was going to show you the video that I took. This was right after. Why didn't mine share? Or maybe it did, and I just didn't reload it. Let me see. Yeah, it did. Okay, so we are going to shut off volume on that.
Oh, South K3 and AP took damage.
Yeah. And AP is Aroma Park.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Aroma Park is kind of sort of right next to Kankakee. After you leave the city, you go down like Sugar Island Road, and it takes you right into Aroma Park. Okay, I'll let you see. This is what my view looked like.
This is out back of your place, right?
Right. Well, this is, I'm looking north.
Oh.
And it was, yeah, and this is right before, or right after the tornado went through. And this was the tail end of the tornado. I couldn't see the tornado because of when I went out there, because I didn't go out there and videotape when it was actually going across. We were on the front porch and I didn't have my phone. But let me see, hang on a second. I'm going to show you what it looked like after, because this is really cool. Let me see if I can. That was let's see. Yeah, this is the video I wanted to show you.
Melvin saying hello. Hello, Melvin.
Hello, Melvin. Yeah, it would be this one. Share Facebook. There we go. All right. There we go. So yeah, for us, it looked. You can kind of sort of see it coming in, but then it was total rain wrap. You knew where it was, but you couldn't actually make out the wedge. But yeah, this one, let me see. It's loading. Hang on. It's taking a minute to get onto my Facebook page.
Hey, Tommy.
Hi, Tommy. Welcome in.
You're finishing up some edits for a certain special something for somebody in Fish Fam that has been doing a certain something for their show. That's all I can. That's all the info I can give you. With.
Oh, Tommy.
That's cool.
That's so funny the way you said that, though. You got us sort of inquiring minds now.
Yes.
Well, come on. Why is it not going through?
I wonder if it was the crazy weather that caused my albino cories to put their eggs all over the heater. They've never done that before. But they did it today. I don't know why.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
They've never done that.
Yeah, I've shared it 3 times now, and it's saying posting. Oh, because this one's almost done. Let me stop that one. Cancel upload. Yeah, cancel upload.
Oh, too much lightning for a tinfoil hat, Mitzi says.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, now it's all right. It finally finished uploading, I think. Yeah, I mean, seriously, this is the way most of everybody's car looks, just so you know.
Oh my goodness, look at that. Busted the window right out of the back.
Yeah. I'm not even kidding you. It's that bad. It truly is that bad. That's like everybody on the south side. Here we go. Finally, it posted. Ah. All right, let me add it to stage.
Oh, nice sunset.
Yeah, that was right after the tornado went through, and I'm showing you what the backside of that whole system looks like. And you can see where the line is. That's how close it came to coming here. That was close.
That's beautiful with the sun shining on that cloud though right there. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a pretty wicked sunset too. But yeah, you can definitely see that's what it looked like on the backside of that tornado going through. And
Sarah says that's brutal.
huh?
Sarah says that's brutal, Christine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very. Look at that.
Yeah. I mean, it really was. It was absolutely nuts. We knew it was bad when I think we were watching Freddie McKinney's live on Ryan Hall. I think it was Freddie. And we were watching one of the storm chasers, and you could see it drop down right before the fairgrounds, and we were like, oh crap, this isn't good.
Are they just doing that for the thrill, or do they get paid to do that? Chase the storms around?
They get paid.
Oh,
They get
RSA.
sponsored. Oh yeah, no. They're professional. They get sponsors, and yeah. But yeah, my Facebook feed is just flooded with a bunch of people who have taken on damage. I've got, let's see. There's some people who decided to go ahead and pick up some of the
Look at that.
hail. But that's not even the biggest hail, but that's the size hail that they're picking up out there.
Angels are having a snowball fight. Throwing them huge. Those things right there would hurt. That would kill somebody if you hit them. Oh. Dang. That is just nuts.
It is nuts.
You know, it's amazing how it gets so cold up there and they throw it down where it's warm, just forms in the sky and drops them all on top of you.
Yeah.
Oh, buffering?
Here you can see, this is, I don't know how well you can see it. But
Oh, I can see it. Oh, wow. That's a very plain view of a nice tornado right there. You can see it. Man.
Here, I can pull it up on stage so that way it's a lot easier to see it. I'll pull it up for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, that was another one that happened right here. Another view of it, let's put it that way. Yeah, that was from meteorologist Jacob Dickey, which is, I follow him because I absolutely love this guy. He's a great meteorologist.
There's the RFD cut right there where the turquoise is.
Telltale sign of a tornado.
See if you got, oh, there it is, right there.
Yep. I was telling
Tornado
Lauren,
down. There it goes.
our sky turns yellow first, and then it turns green like that, and I can tell you every time we get a tornado.
Oh boy.
Wow.
And that's pretty much what I could see for a little bit, but then, like I said, it got rain.
There's a relatively big cone tornado right there.
Green, right? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some cameras don't pick that green up, but yeah, you could definitely see the green.
I can see the green. Yes, I've seen that before when we had tornadoes. Is it that one that took our gazebo roof off? Half of it. There was that whole sky was green behind our house.
Oh wow.
Oh my goodness.
Man, I wonder what strength that is. Like an F3, probably. I bet it's an F2 or F3 at least.
Yeah, they won't rate it until tomorrow at least. Because they gotta assess everything. But yeah, it turned into almost a mile wide wedge. It's still on the ground and
There's the RFD cut
still
right
on the
there where the
ground right now?
turquoise is.
yes.
Oh my
From
god!
that same storm, yes, right now.
Oh, there it is, right there.
Yeah, Freddie McKinney is
Tornado down.
Oh.
Freddie McKinney is still following it. Yes, he has been on the storm the entire time.
Wow.
It went into Indiana. It went up for a bit, and then another cell joined it, went right back down and started tearing everything up. And it was still on the ground when I fired it up at 8 o'clock. I don't know if it, I haven't looked at Ryan Hall yet, but yeah, I mean it's wicked. It's gonna be wicked all night tonight, worrying about whether or not we're gonna have to stay up all damn night to find out how bad it's gonna get.
From the Pontiac area, 10 miles from us. Pontiac?
Yeah.
Pontiac, Michigan?
No,
Yeah.
Pontiac, Illinois.
We got a Pontiac, Illinois, too. Okay, we got a Pontiac, Michigan. Wow.
Yep. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, it started right by Mitzi and went right past me. And it was I believe north of her when it started, and then it was north of me as it went by. So we literally got lucky. I mean, super.
Oh, she says that they have to do the damage report to determine the F rating.
Yeah. That's why I said tomorrow they won't say anything until tomorrow, until they go through damage reports and stuff.
So I'm assuming that F probably stands for like FUBAR or something. It's just, I don't know. I'm not sure what some kind of F word.
Man.
I don't want to be harsh or anything, but I've always wondered that. Why they have a F, F number.
Yeah.
Oh, EF actually. Okay, EF.
Yeah, it stands for Enhanced Fujita. Fujita.
Fujitsu. Fujitsu is what Mitzi's saying.
It's not Fujitsu. It's there. It's Fujita. Fujita.
Fujita scale. I wonder what that means. Fujita. What is? It's interesting.
Fujita in a tornado, referring to the Enhanced Fujita scale or EF scale. Yeah.
I guess depending on the damage, you could use any F word you want, for something like that. My goodness. Oh, the person who named it. Oh, okay. I'll be right back. Need a ground truth. A ground truth.
Ooh, dang it. There you go. Yeah, it's Fujita. There you go. You guys can hear this.
Fujita. Scale.
Scale. Fujita scale.
Fujita.
Fujita scale.
So that's what it is. Fujita. Fujita.
So I wonder, it sounds Japanese.
Yeah, the guy is right here. That's what he looks like.
Oh yeah, he looks
Yeah,
Asian. Yeah.
it's Ted Fujita, a Japanese American meteorologist known as Mr. Tornado. Yeah.
Yep, June's here. You're on, Killer.
Hi, June.
Hello. Yeah.
Oh, he was an engineer turned meteorologist. How about that? There's a bit of history.
Okay.
Japanese American engineer turned meteorologist. There you go. Didn't know that.
That explains the name anyway.
It does explain it, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's just, I mean, not that I want to see anybody else have a tornado, but look, I'm done. That was close enough for me.
Oh yeah.
And knowing our kids took on damage from this one, yeah, I'm done. We've had our share. We don't want to see anymore.
CB is here. Hi, CB.
Hi, CB. How you doing?
Mr. Tornado is Reed Trimmer. What? Reed Trimmer.
Oh, Reed Trimmer? Yeah. Yeah, he is now, but this guy's the one who invented the name. The scale, I mean, that they use.
Wow. Let's see here. Doing okay. Figured once I'm
Yeah.
for 2 weeks that I would try to make my rounds. That's nice.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys want to get into tonight because I did not set up any videos tonight because of everything that was going on. I'm sorry. But I do have some that I can let you guys decide what you want to see. I have some video of alien clips. Well, actually, they're not of aliens, but it was a really, because I don't know how many people know who George Knapp is. George Knapp is a guy that he is a investigative reporter and he works out of Las Vegas. Okay. And he is one of the very few investigative reporters left that, they actually hire, Channel 8 actually hired him years ago. He was the guy. All right, let me put it to you this way. I got to get this off my face because this is driving me crazy. Okay. George Knapp is the guy who interviewed the guy who busted Area 51 wide open. Nobody heard of Area 51 until George Knapp interviewed this guy. Okay? Mm-hmm. And then once he interviewed this guy, I guess after the interview, his boss was like, "Is this for real? What was this?" And he goes, "Yeah, it was for real."
Wow.
And his boss, I'm surprised he didn't get fired, but his boss is like, all right, okay, if this is what he's saying is true.
Fired's one thing. Is he still alive?
Yeah. Yeah. But none of us would even know about Area 51 if it wasn't for George Knapp interviewing this guy. And what's really ironic about it is, if I remember right, he interviewed that guy because another interview fell through. So he called up his friend Lundberg and said, "Hey, remember that guy you were telling me about? Can we do an interview with him?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll call him." He called him up. He's like, "Yeah, I can do an interview with you." And they literally on the fly did that interview.
Wow.
So it was only by chance that he did the interview.
Did he disclose what was going on there, what he's seen and whatnot?
Yeah. You want to see that?
Yeah, that would be great.
You want to see that?
Yeah, I would. That's very interesting. I want to hear what you guys can say about it.
All right. Okay. Well, let me.
All right. That sounds
Go
awesome.
look at that. I gotta find it really quick. So hang tight, guys. Let me look for that because I had other stuff. I mean, shorts and stuff and whatever that we were going to talk about. But yeah, that's fine. I'd rather do this if you want to.
Sunny G. Sunny G's here. Hello.
Hi, Sunny G.
I'm not sure if I missed anybody coming in, but I don't think so.
I hope not. If we missed anybody coming in, please say hi again.
I think I have been on it pretty good here. Yeah. I'm scrolling on up.
Say
Yeah.
hi to Stevie.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to find out what he says about that. I mean, you've already seen it. You've already seen it. So before you start it, what do you think about it before we watch it?
Oh, it's interesting. I mean, the whole time we lived in Las Vegas, we watched George Knapp for his investigative reporting because dude is really good at his job. He is really, really good at his job. I never knew that he was the one who broke open the story of Area 51. I didn't know about that. I knew he was the only investigative reporter that was actually reporting on it. That I did know.
Oh.
And so I watched him for that. But yeah, I mean, I didn't know that. Let me see if it's this one.
No. Now, Area 51, that's in Las Vegas?
Yeah, it's
And
right.
where is Roswell at? Roswell is.
That's
where?
New Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's New Mexico.
Those are two places of big interest when it comes to extraterrestrials, right? Roswell and I'm learning all this stuff as I go. I mean, I've heard stuff on the TV and whatnot, but I've never did any deep dives into it very much. Element 115. Let's talk. Element 115.
Okay, for you guys that don't know who George Knapp is, and this is from News 8, so I don't mind sharing it. And this, I believe, is an old clip. Actually, when did they? Oh, 3 days ago. They reposted it 3 days ago. I'm not worried about it. It's News 8. They're not gonna give a shit. There you go. And there we go. Here we go. I'll let you guys, I'm going to let it play out for a little bit just so you guys get an idea of who George Knapp is and how qualified he is to interview these people. He's really good.
Oh, Mystery Wire with George Knapp is back. I'm Ron Futrell. We've also got Carlos Sampson and John Forrest helping us out, putting this together now. And the website, we're going to be updating the website on a regular basis. You and I started this project, now I'm thinking 7-8 years ago?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so. There was a vice president from Nexstar, the company that owns KLAS, who saw the increased interest by the public, by our viewers at KLAS, in these topics, UFOs. We've been covering it for a long time. I've been covering it for a long time. And then you, when they created the idea for Mystery Wire as a central repository for all the stories I'd done on Area 51, UFOs, and those kinds of mysteries, you came on board. And I know you're not known as a UFO guy, but you became a UFO guy by collecting all this material. You went through every file at KLAS and became sort of an expert on this stuff.
I was happy to do that. I have reverence for the topic. Certainly, I've told you that before. And I saw a lot of these stories because I worked at a competing TV station here in town doing sports. And I saw these stories when they were live, when you did them back in the day, and I'll use the word jealous. I don't know what else to say, but of the fact that 8 News Now had you and had all these stories and were opening up a whole new world. And it started with an interview you did with Bob Lazar in 1989 when he came on live. John Lear, Learjet fame, had set you guys up together. He was working at Area 51, and he made some incredible disclosures. Let's jump into it right now. And this was a story that aired in 2019. That was the 30th anniversary of the original interview you did with him. And then I want to get your comments, but let's jump into what 8 News Now did back then with Bob Lazar.
There's really no way I can prove it without revealing my identity and getting myself into more trouble than I have already.
Exactly what's going on up there?
Well, there's several, actually 9 flying saucers, flying discs that are out there of extraterrestrial origin, and they're basically being dismantled. Some are, well, in various stages of completion, built from other parts, and they're being test flown and basically just analyzed.
You say there's 9 saucers. How are those tests going?
As far as what?
As far as whether they're successful and that sort of thing.
Oh, well, some of them are 100% intact and operate perfectly. The other ones are being taken apart. I was involved mainly in propulsion and the power source. Basically, as far as I can remember, there are about half of them do operate, and the other half are just been torn down, basically to analyze the components to them.
Where did we get these saucers? How did they come into the hands of the government?
I haven't the slightest idea, and you have to understand the information is very compartmentalized.
The interview had been set up at the last minute. Dennis, whose real name is Bob Lazar, met our news unit in front of the home of John Lear, put on a microphone, then sent shockwaves through UFO circles. Lazar recalls what was going through his mind at the time.
It was a very frightening moment. It was certainly not a comfortable thing to do.
Within days, the story of the Dennis interview had traveled around the world. Busloads of the saucer curious descended on the outskirts of Area 51. The little town of Rachel became a hub of ET enthusiasm, and the search was on for the true identity of the man in the shadows.
Up until the very moment, I was wondering whether or not this was a good thing to do. And to be honest, I'm still not sure it was a good idea.
When Lazar had told us he was concerned about getting into more trouble than he was already in, he was referring to this.
Here's the night John Lear saw his first flying disc.
2 months before the Dennis interview, Lazar began taking a few friends out to the desert on Wednesday nights. They focused their attention not on Groom Lake, but in the direction of Papoose Lake, which is where Lazar said he worked, a facility he called S4. And sure enough, on each of 3 outings, the groups witnessed a glowing disc rise above Papoose, even though officially there has never been a base or facility there. How did he know? 3 decades later, the public is still fascinated with the story Lazar unleashed.
I was, very worried at the time about repercussions, and of course had no idea that we would be talking about this 30 years down the road.
Can we overstate the impact that interview had in 1989 that you did here at 8 News Now?
It was.
Yeah. And I'm going to show you a little clip of what he actually showed them. Hang on. Wait a second. It's right. So I don't want to leave it all playing out. There you go.
Totally impossible. The propulsion system is a gravity propulsion system. The power source is an antimatter reactor. This technology does not exist at all.
The claim sounded like Hollywood sci-fi. Months later, when his identity was revealed, Bob Lazar said he worked at a secret facility near Groom Lake, where alien technology was being reverse engineered, that is, taken apart to figure out how it worked and whether the Pentagon could duplicate it. This is the simple drawing he made at the time.
And I had access and was permitted to view and look at the operation of this main level with the gravity amplifiers and the level below.
The premise seems less preposterous now. In a new documentary about Lazar, he describes in detail the spacecraft he worked on 30 years ago.
The craft that I worked on, that when it's going to travel a long distance, that is how it operates. It flies along and it puts its belly to the target and then brings all the amplifiers to power, and it shoots off in that direction. It doesn't fly as it would in a science fiction movies. It flies with the belly, the bottom forward.
If the description of a spacecraft tilting sounds familiar, take a look at the so-called gimbal UFO, a video released by the Pentagon in 2017. Naval pilots encountered a fleet of these unknown craft off the coast of Florida in 2015, and have since had dozens of similar encounters. The spike in UFO incidents prompted a recent policy change by the Navy, which announced it wants to encourage its pilots to report future incidents. Pentagon officials reluctantly admitted to the New York Times 17 months ago that the military has secretly studied UFO incidents, in part so it might figure out the technology.
In the gimbal video, there's a mechanistic turn against the wind without deceleration. So we have a craft without rotors, without heat signatures, without plumes, without tail fins, and certainly no tail number, moving in a way that is counterintuitive to our own aeronautics. When Bob saw that, he came to the conclusion this has to be a gravity-propelled craft. It's rotating. That it does mimic exactly the propulsion system that Bob Lazar described.
This story is extraordinary.
Jeremy Corbell directed the Lazar documentary, but he also broke the story about another now famous UFO incident, the 2004 Tic Tac encounter. The Navy pilot who engaged the Tic Tac, Black Aces commander Dave Fravor, has said he doesn't believe the astonishing craft was made on Earth, that the propulsion might be anti-gravity. When Lazar was shown the Tic Tac video for the first time, it immediately reminded him of the Sport model, his name for the craft stashed in the desert.
There's no question in my mind. I mean, I'm virtually certain that's the way the craft operated, and that uses close to or the exact same propulsion system.
Former Pentagon intelligence officer Lou Elizondo was in charge of ATIP, the secret Pentagon study. He told us one goal of the project was to determine the physics of UFOs, how they can achieve the seemingly impossible. The military came to believe the craft relied on special metamaterials, stuff that can't be made with known technology. Lazar made similar claims decades ago and was ridiculed. Now the Pentagon is on the same page.
Where the study of UFOs did not end in 1969 with Project Blue Book. In fact, that was a lie, and it is now an admitted lie by our own Pentagon. We are living in a world where it is understood that there are craft technologically advanced from unknown origin that are performing maneuvers that far exceed anything of human technology. This has been going on a long time, and our government has been studying it.
George Knapp, 8 News Now.
Wow.
I think I remember seeing that at some point with that particular footage right there, that pilot, and that thing just took off, and it was fast.
Yeah, well, they also show you a bunch of other stuff in this video, and what I'm going to do is I am going to share you the link to Channel 8, and okay, this is 8 News Now from Las Vegas, and this is an actual link to the channel to go finish watching that video. There's a lot of information in that video. I just wanted to kind of touch on a little bit of the intro, but they have a lot of, actual photographs, actual stuff in that video that would be very, very interesting to look at. Let me see if I'm
going to send this to my messenger, that way I can watch it later.
I'm going to shut this off just so I can do this. Maybe I can show you a picture of one thing in here. But I do highly suggest that you check that out, because they go into other stuff as well on here. But let me see. Yeah, I probably shouldn't show that. That's getting too much.
Yeah, I got it. Mystery one. And Bigfoot claims too.
Yeah, okay, I'll show you this thing right here. You see where it says Bigelow?
Bigelow, yep.
Right, Bigelow. Okay. Bigelow is this guy.
I wonder if you're related to the Bigelow Tea Empire.
Yeah.
They might be.
Well,
It's not a very common name.
okay. Bigelow. Let me see. He's a real estate mogul and founder of Budget Suites of America, Bigelow Aerospace. Okay.
Okay.
And he's really heavy into UFOs. Okay. And you know what I found very interesting is the owner of Skinwalker Ranch is also a real estate tycoon.
Oh.
And his name is Brandon Fugel. And Brandon actually hired this guy. Let me see. Okay. He hired this guy that you're going to meet. And this guy, remember I told you there was a guy on the Skinwalker Ranch episodes that Brandon Fugel had to fight to keep on TV on the History Channel? They shut him down for that season. And he was having to fight to the courts with U.S. government to air their episodes.
Wow.
And they won. And they got back on TV. So that's why there was that missing seasonal episode. I think it was after season 2. There was no season 3. And then they picked it back up again, and they picked up season 3 then. But what they did was they hired this guy, the government hired this guy, right when they shut these guys down. And that's why there's that missing year, and that's why this guy that you're going to see was with the government for a year. Here, I'll show you what he looks like.
The Advanced Aerospace Weapons Systems Application Program.
News now, live at 6. Live, local, now.
One of the U.S. government's premier UFO investigators has stepped out of the shadows to openly discuss his work for the UAP Task Force, an organization created by Congress to evaluate unidentified aerial phenomena.
Now, this investigator is not unknown. In fact, he's been hiding in plain sight, and he spoke exclusively about his investigations with the I-Team's George Knapp.
Set up over close to the doorway. Television viewers know astrophysicist Dr. Travis Taylor as an intrepid investigator of UFOs and the paranormal at Skinwalker Ranch and on other History Channel programs. Only a handful of people in the world knew that Taylor was leading a double life, secretly working as the chief scientist for the Pentagon's UAP task force.
But I would say, other than the people who already knew on the task force, you're the first person to figure it out, George.
As a scientific prodigy, Taylor earned advanced degrees at a young age and has spent his entire adult life working on classified projects, first for the U.S. Army, then for defense contractors. He wrote a book about how the U.S. government should prepare for alien contact, which caught the attention of Jay Stratton, a high-ranking intelligence official who's been involved with each of the Pentagon's secretive UFO investigations, including OSAP, based in Las Vegas, ATIP, its successor, and later took charge of a third effort, the UAP Task Force, even before that team was formally created by Congress.
Jay Stratton, the director of the UAP Task Force, asked me if I would be interested in being the chief scientist. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Of course I would.
One of the primary jobs of the task force was to write a report to Congress summarizing the known evidence about UFOs. The team had already created a classified briefing consisting of the most intriguing military encounters, starting with the 2004 Tic Tac incident. The task force whittled down a huge database into 144 of the very best cases. Dr. Taylor helped write the final report.
But we picked sources that we knew had a chain of custody of the data. And out of those 144, 143 of them, we still couldn't figure out what they were. where they came from, and what their intent was.
Civilian debunkers have tried to explain away the Tic Tac and gimbal UFOs as birds or reflected light or far-off jet engines, as if military investigators were oblivious to such possibilities. When the UAP task force determined objects to be genuine unknowns, it wasn't merely relying on video clips for evidence.
Here's the thing, a skeptic and a debunker, they take their results by starting from the beginning, by knowing that the result is going to be this. So they take the analysis to lead them in the direction to do that. And the data that we had, in many cases, there was more of it than what the general public has and what was released. And so when we say that we had a thing that was from multiple sensors and it told us multiple things, and we also had eyewitness accounts, audio information, and so on.
Taylor and the task force spent 3 years analyzing the 144 incidents, including dozens of bizarre objects that buzzed multiple Navy ships in 2019. Some of them were spheres that swarmed and kept pace with the warships. Others appeared to be greenish pyramids.
At time 0424 Zulu.
Task force members were stunned to hear a Navy official tell a congressional hearing last month that all of these were, quote, drones, as if the mystery had been solved. Someone had to disregard the work of the task force to make that claim.
We had a lot of sensor data on some of them that we couldn't determine what they are. I mean, if it's our near peers doing it, that's scary. But at the same time, we also never found any evidence that it was our near peers doing it.
The drone conclusion was reached after the UAP task force was done and before the new UFO program, AIMSOG, even started. So who did it? George Knapp, 8 News Now.
And it goes on. There's way more stuff that they uncovered and they bring you up to date. Sometimes they go back in time and they cover stuff, but that's who that guy was. And yeah, I'm going to share you the link to that video. Let's see, another 8 News Now. And here is a link to that video. And you can, when you get on there, and if you subscribe to the page and watch it, there is a whole host of UFO videos from Dave Knapp. And then also he has joined up with Ron Futrell. He's another news anchor from a rival channel. And he used to do the sports. I don't know what he's doing out there now. But apparently, like he said in the last video, he teamed up with Kevin Knapp. And him and Kevin have started this whole mystery wire. I'm going to see if I can find it. That's the name of, I don't know if it's like, let me see if I can figure this out. It's called Mystery Wire.
His videos
Mystery Wire Reruns, Bigelow.
He does Tesla experiments, June says, and his early videos were way better.
Yeah.
I'm interested about the reverse engineering with them. I mean, you got these actual spacecraft, and you're finding out how they work. I mean, that's amazing to me. I mean, the materials on it. I wonder if they're anything similar to like we got, or if they're all different.
Here we go. Oh, I see what he's doing. All right, so you can watch the Mystery Wire with him and Ron Futrell. You can watch all of it from News 8 now. They're gonna actually, yeah, they have like 3 different channel names, but you can watch them all. What they did was they put them all in one big thing of videos. Yeah, by 8 News Now. Here we go. So here, I'm going to give you that link if you guys want to. There you go. There's the link to all of their videos that they're doing. The last, yeah, some of them were like 3 days ago, little clips. Wow, that's pretty cool. I mean, I can't believe News 8 does that. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and News 8's good. Here is, let me do this so I can figure out where this is. Okay, this is the main page to News 8 now. So if you get lost and you don't, and you can't see, here we go. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, here we go. It's called 8 News Now. There we go. This one here, yeah, I'm going to share you this one. This is the main page. So if you get lost and you think you're not getting the whole video that you want to watch with Kevin Knapp, yeah, I mean he literally, they just 3 days ago actually put in the clip of Obama talking about how, yeah, they're real.
Stacked in a shed, freaky as, oh wow. Oh.
What?
Oh, June says that, I have to turn my phone this way. It says, the bulls stacked in a shed is freaky as hell. The bulls. Wow.
Wow. Yeah. Does anybody watch the Skinwalker Ranch series? Because I still have a few more episodes to go before I catch up. Because I have every single season recorded, pretty much watched, but I have a few more episodes to go before I finish.
What channel is that on?
History Channel.
Oh, I don't have history. Okay.
Yeah. We want to catch up on it, yeah. Yeah, I got a few episodes to go too. I know they've been boring into the side of the mesa that the ranch is on, and they were coming up with all kinds of problems. And bulls are species only 10. Stocking them in a shed is unbelievable. Oh, I bet. Yeah, but what I like about this George Knapp guy is he brings receipts and he shows stuff, which I like. So yeah, there's that. Okay, do we see this yet? Oh, this is them talking about, remember all those drones that were flying around New Jersey? Remember that? It was right before, it was, while Trump was on the campaign trail. And then Trump had made a comment about, well, yeah, they know what they are and they should tell the people, whatever. And then all of a sudden you get elected, you don't hear shit, right? It just never got brought up again because they never showed up again. But this is a whole video on that if you guys want to watch that.
Oh, I definitely do, Tommy says. Yes.
Okay. Again, yeah, it's pretty interesting, Tommy. So there you go. There's the link to that. So you can just open it in a new tab, save it, so you can hit save to watch later. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting video, to say the least.
Oh, listen to this. They were still awake, standing on a layer of bulls. Mind blowing. If you know bulls.
Yeah.
So what exactly were they? They were stacked on top of each other? What was the?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It could, because what they do is, yeah. Oh, yeah. It is very good. Yes, Bob Lazar is really good. You'd have to watch the whole. Yeah, I'll have to fill you in on that later because it's going to take quite a bit of explaining to get to that point. But yeah, there's a lot of things. Like one cow. There was something above the cow that they caught on film. I don't know if you remember that, June, but yeah, there was something up above the cow, and then the cow laid down and was acting different. All the other cows went to the opposite side of the field and left that cow all by itself, and it died. And they had to get a hold of a vet, and the vet analyzed it and said that it it was like died of mysterious circumstances. That there was no blood in it or something like that. I forget what the heck. Yeah, it was a whole
What about the
weird.
ones that were turned inside out? I remember that. There was a place like a farmer had the cows were turned literally inside out.
Yeah, but that wasn't this episode. This was the Skinwalker Ranch one, and I think that was the first time they had. The one I'm thinking of was earlier in the seasons, and it was the first time they had an incident where they could directly link something above the cow to a dead cow in the field.
Wow.
Yeah, it was bizarre. But yeah, there's a lot of mysterious stuff that goes on there that they cannot explain.
The herd left her alone, not normal cow behavior. Ricardo. Hello,
Hi,
Christine.
Ricardo. Welcome in. We're just talking aliens.
Yep.
Here we go. Yeah, there was one that. Let me see. Is this it? I think this is it. Shit, no way.
Black unnamed helicopter.
Yeah, here I'm gonna show you guys this clip. You guys, I mean, it's not a clip. It's a little bit. I don't remember where to start it though, guys. Hang on a second.
Christine, I'm gonna ask right behind you. I see the white spots. Is that a wall that you're painting, or what?
Yeah, that's actually all the little bitty nicks or dents or whatever that's in the wall. He had to go ahead and mud everything, and then he's going to come back through and sand it, and then the walls are getting painted.
Oh, okay.
Because he likes to have the walls nice and smooth.
It kind of reminded me of our background because it's like looks like the stars, but they're just.
Oh yeah. No, my husband's a perfectionist.
Oh. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm not complaining, trust me. But yeah, when he does something, he does it the right way. Let me see. Okay, hang on a second. I gotta find out where it is in this video. And I'm going through a couple commercials first to get them knocked out of the way for you guys. Because if you don't, you're gonna get one.
Oh, Frenchie Frostbite. Hello, Frenchie Frostbite. Welcome in. Oh, stampeded is what I wanted to say. Ah. And what about the piranha? Bulls are what we think a piranha should be. Interesting.
All right. Yeah, they were talking about. All right, hang on a second. I want to make sure I get this clip right because I don't want to share it out of context because then you guys aren't going to know what they're talking about. What is she saying now again?
Oh, stampede is what I wanted to say. Is what she says.
Oh, yeah.
And Frenchie Frostbite has arrived. Smash the like button. Thank you.
Yeah, that's true. Frenchie, hi. Welcome in.
If you make friends at birth, the bull will be sort of friendly. Oh, wow.
That's true. I don't know if you could ever trust, but yeah, it would be fairly friendly. Okay, I'm going to show you this. And this has, this has to do with Russia.
Oh.
Okay. Because Kevin Well, I'll let him explain it because I don't want to. I mean, George Knapp. I don't want to ruin it for you guys. I want you to hear it in the context in which he says it.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready? Here we go.
Russian documents for you here on Mystery Wire tonight. You went to Russia in 1993, 1996. You and who? You didn't go by yourself. Who else was on that trip?
Two people who had worked here at KLES, Brian Gresh, who was an anchor and reporter, and Bryant Blackburn, who was my good, both of them good friends of mine. Bryant had been the chief photog here. They both agreed to go. Brian Gresh also learned to shoot video so that we had two cameras on the ground. It was an amazing time in Russian history, tumultuous demonstrations every day. The Yeltsin had taken control of the airwaves. Their White House, which is their parliament, was surrounded by troops. It was crazy.
Did you have an interpreter? You had to have had.
Hired two different interpreters at different points. We hired drivers, and it was just one of the great experiences of my life.
Okay, here's one of the stories, the first one that you did when you got back. This aired in 1996 here on KLAS TV.
March 1991, radar at the Leningrad airport detects first one, then two, then three unidentified objects hovering over a nuclear plant. From a dead stop, the UFO zipped away at 2,000 miles per hour. The Urals, 1976. A photographer clicks this shot and later provides a more detailed drawing. May 1992, a military team in the Kola Peninsula tapes this spinning object. In Tbilisi, a crew shooting a music video spots this overhead. Today, average Russians are free to discuss UFOs, but it wasn't always so. Through the 50s and 60s, the Kremlin declared UFOs a capitalist creation, thus a non-topic. But behind the scenes, Stalin and other leaders authorized secret UFO studies. Retired Colonel Boris Sokolov commanded such a study for 10 years. The entire Russian military took part. Thousands of reports were generated, but were kept secret until 1993, when Sokolov first spoke to us. The study included 40 incidents of Russian warplanes encountering UFOs. One MiG had its wing damaged in a collision with a UFO. This former pilot says a UFO disabled his plane with a beam of light. In 1982, a UFO hovered over a nuclear missile base in the Ukraine for hours. Unexplainably, codes were entered and the missiles were ready for launch until the UFO vanished. General Igor Maltsev, for 7 years commander of the entire Soviet air defense system, recalls a UFO flap over Moscow in 1990. Hundreds of visual and radar observations by military personnel. Maltsev confirms his standing order was, don't fire on the UFOs, but he declines to say much else. His boss, the former deputy defense minister, declined to speak altogether under orders. And even Sokolov is now reluctant to talk, in part because he was attacked in communist newspapers following our 1993 interview. There's more than one kind of chill in the Moscow air these days.
With the double political whammy of the revived communists and the scary nationalists, the Russian government needs a UFO expose like it needs a red, white, and blue paint job on the Kremlin.
Science has received the message. Individuals and the Russian Academy are now downplaying their long-term studies of UFOs. Oddly, the KGB has opened up, including a release of this long secret film of a UFO. KGB adds it has no ongoing interest in flying saucers, although it does have several hundred files.
I'm going to call this stuff priceless. When you look back on that video, what are your thoughts? It's probably been years since you.
Yeah.
I could tell. I could see the sides of it, how it's going down, and the shape of it, rather.
Yeah. Yeah, but this, like I said, this guy has been. I mean, kudos to Channel 8 because they have kept this guy and paid him well to investigate all of these UFOs, any UFO related stories. George was on it. He was right there covering it no matter where it was. And he still, to this day, is the only guy that I know that is employed by a local news station that is actually covering the news on UFOs like he is. So that's why I wanted to turn George Knapp onto everybody and have, everybody that's interested in UFOs. He has so many more stories. He has interviewed so many people. It's ridiculous. And then they show you what they know. and it's a really, it's a good dive down a rabbit hole when you start watching his interviews and knowing these people and stuff. And yes, he has interviewed somebody from Roswell as well.
Cecil's just stopped in and said hello. Hi, Cecil.
Hi, Cecil. Welcome in. Flo, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Hi, Rack. I thought I said hi. I might not have. I saw your name. I was thinking about you. But I might not have said hi to you. Rack. Because he said hi.
Oh, yeah,
I thought I said hi, but I wasn't sure. But hi. Thank you for being here. Maybe tonight, next few days. No, let's worry about it. Yes. Cecil. Yeah. So if you can, I'm going to go ahead and share the video that I just showed you. This is a different video. I'm going to show you. And again, I'll make sure I get this right. You can get a hold of all his videos on 8 News Now. But if anybody didn't know who he was, and this was the first time you guys ever heard of him, then I'm glad I did this little segment tonight to show you who George Knapp was. And Futrell is really good too. He's a really nice guy. I watched him while I was out there too. But yeah, 8 News Now is you can go into their comments on these videos that they have, and literally that's what you read.
Someone having sex? What she says? X. Okay. I thought you said.
And this one lady, George, never takes a nap. Ha ha, because his name is George Knapp. She says one hell of an investigative reporter. Yeah. I think it's really nice when a news station has a unique story instead of just recycling the news feed from somewhere else. That's true too. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Susan Morajan? I'm not sure.
It's Susanna.
Oh, Susanna. Hi, Susanna.
Yeah, everybody knows Susanna. Susanna, I don't know where your original channel went. I don't know if she's trying to promote the new channel, but I found her new channel because A-Frame Daydream, Mitzi told me that she's now streaming on a different channel. Oh. So she gave me the link, and I went over there and subscribed, and I haven't seen her, I don't think, go live since. No, maybe she did. Maybe I did get to say hi once, or maybe she wasn't streaming it, or maybe it was a video of when she streamed. I don't remember, honestly. But
Robert Steger's here, and he says, if I remember correctly, Knapp is also into cryptids. But he has done interviews with people who believe in Bigfoot, and if they tell him they have proof, he's like, okay, show me. I'll come interview you. He'll interview anybody. He's one of those guys where you only are going to get to the truth by investigating it. You can't just ignore if somebody says, oh, I did this, I did that, I did that. Oh, I don't believe in that, so I'm not going to interview you. He literally interviews everybody. So if you say you saw the Mothman, whatever, he'll interview you. But yeah, I think he's a good investigative reporter. And I think could you imagine seeing an actual spacecraft in person, though? That's got to be not only just. It's amazing, actually. Can you imagine actually doing it in your own self? No. Seeing that came from God knows where, out there in the space. Oh, that would be just. It would be exhilarating. I tell you that. I'd like to see it, but. Well, there's theories too out there. There's I don't know, conspiracy theorists or whatever you want to call them, but they claim that these alien things and ships and stuff. They're not from outer space. They're actually from here, and they've been here the whole time. Oh, wow. They claim that they're in the ocean, which we do have video of them coming out of the ocean. And their, I guess, main base or whatever is in Antarctica, beyond the wall.
that they won't let you go past, which is true. That part is not a conspiracy theory. They will not let you videotape past a certain point in Antarctica, that wall, that ice wall. They will confiscate your stuff if they know. Shoot, they confiscated. There was a young man that was trying to hit every continent in his airplane because he got his pilot's license. And he had to land at Antarctica. He said he has to make an emergency landing. Well, okay, by law in every country, they have to let you land if it's a life or death thing. So they let him land. And I guess apparently at first they were like really nice with the guy, but then they're like, okay, wait a minute. We're going to confiscate all your stuff. They're holding him hostage up there. As far as what the video says. Now, I didn't do any deep diving into that video, so I don't know how true the story is, but I can share it with you so you can see it for yourself on what I watched. But apparently, you know, they're not letting this guy leave right now anyway.
I would think that if it's that tight on the security, and that if leads me to believe that's a huge threat to the rest.
Well, everybody knows that. I mean, it's a no-fly zone, and all the countries respect it. So why should a 20-year-old pilot not? You know, he would have.
Well, no, I know that, but I'm just saying if that no-fly zone is because there's something there that they don't want nobody to see. It's got to be either really, maybe a global threat, or maybe there's, like you said, the reverse engineering. If they found something, maybe they're just reverse engineering their technology.
Yeah, I mean, I really honestly don't know.
Man,
have you ever seen that doomsday oarfish?
Who?
A doomsday oarfish. I think they're called oarfish.
No, I haven't.
Because I thought it was really cool what this thing actually looked like.
Oh, Holly Gibbs is here. Hi, Holly.
Hi, Holly. Well, I'll show you what it looks like. Let me see. And anybody offended by the girls in the bikinis, I'm sorry, right off the bat.
Oh, I think we could probably handle that. No problem.
Okay, well, I mean.
Yeah.
Some
right.
people might get offended. Women in bikinis, I'm sorry. And if you are, then I apologize for showing women in bikinis, but I want you to look at the fish.
Okay.
So, if you're offended, I'm sorry. There we go.
It was something out of like a fiction movie. I had never seen anything like it before, and I just remember thinking, like, is this real?
It's an eel.
When I saw the second one, I got a little nervous. I'm like, what's going on that there's two? It was in Cabo. We saw something in the distance. It was flashing, and it was really bright. And when we saw them up close, it was like nothing we've seen before. So we were like, this can't be real.
Wow, look at
My
that.
sister, she just cannot stand anything in pain. She reacted super fast. There was a little girl with her that reacted super fast too. Just watching like all these men standing around, and she throws me her phone and her drink in her bag. She's like, hold this. And she's just diving on in. I think a lot of people were very hesitant because nobody really knew what it was. It's not every day you see that. And I mean, I don't blame them. I was yelling at her, just wait, let me check what it is. As soon as she saw that it was dying, she was like, I didn't care. And she started pushing it back in with the people on the side of the beach. As we're walking back, we see another one, and we see the other one trying to get back. And we're like, what's happening? Like, there's two now. She ended up getting it pushed back in, and both of them ended up swimming off. We just kind of kept watching to see if it would do it again, and then they both disappeared. They both ended up swimming away. We kind of sit down and we're like, what was that? And we kind of get out our phones and start reading about it. Well, and then when we realized how rare it was a pretty cool experience, but very surreal. From what we've researched, to see two is like 1 in a billion chance. Along that coast, the sightings over the last few hundred years only been about like 20 or something like that. Apparently they're doomsday fish and they only surface when earthquakes or tsunamis or whatever, but there's no science behind that, and it was still like extremely like magical.
Maybe it's an alien and they did them a real solid, so they're not going to destroy us after all.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, so Yeah.
Probably breeding.
I just uploaded a short of the light show north of me. Okay. North of you? Okay.
They do have a cool serpent head. I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not like that. Not in the ocean. I mean, I've seen eels, but not like that.
Wow.
Oh, it's an oarfish?
Yeah. Yeah, it's an oarfish.
Oarfish.
What did I call it? Didn't I call it an oarfish, or what did I call it?
Well, I think you might have. You probably did.
I don't know. I might have messed it up. I don't know, but yeah, it's an oarfish. Who knows? You guys, I'm out of it tonight, so I mean, I could have called it anything. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if I called it something else. But yeah, it's an oarfish. And
well, it's either an eel or an oarfish, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if y'all have ever seen one. And that's why I figured, you know what, I'm just going to show them that because I don't know if they've ever seen it or not. So, I'm like, that was a cute little... And I didn't think anybody would mind too much about the gals in the bikini. I thought you guys would...
Not a big deal. That's all right.
Would let me slide on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Melvin, yeah. This is my name, Melvin. Melvin.
Hi, Melvin. Sorry, Melvin. The bikini women are over.
Oh, you missed them, Melvin. Oh, look at them. They had mentioned these surfaced before Japan tsunami. Oh.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I want to show this one or not.
What? I want to see it now.
No, yeah, I hate when I do that too. It really bothers me.
It's like
okay, this is, I'm just going to put it out there. And the only reason why I'm going to do that is because I didn't deep dive into this. I don't know if this is real. I didn't do any research on these people to actually find out if what this person is claiming is real. So there, and usually I will do that before I share a video. I'll watch it, even if it's short. And if they claim something, I will go and research it and see if my research, where they're telling me this incident happened, or where these people are, or where they found them, or whatever, if I can see if I can find it. And if I can find it, then I'm pretty confident of saying, you know, yeah, it's pretty true. This, I don't know. So, but this is what this guy is claiming. But I'll definitely do a deep dive into it and find out if it's true or not. But I'll at least show it to you because Jeff wants to see it now. So I'm going to show it to you right now.
Missing piece. We've gotten the names and documented 6 out of the 7. There's only one. Greg Jarvis, who found the pilot, the payload specialist, the teacher in space. We've also found Resnick, Scobie, and McNair. Jarvis was the only one smart enough to change his name. But the tie that binds is the tie that finds, and that's the relationship with the teacher in space, Krista McAuliffe. She was a board member for this company for 30 years, and he was on the team that won that particular company's golf tournament. McCall and Jarvis were partnered up at the beginning of their space training and developed a close friendship. And for the past 40 years, have worked side by side together through the holdings company.
I want to be polite.
You've never been a pilot, never been in the military.
Friendly, interesting question.
He's always been the missing piece. We've gotten the names and documented.
There you go. So what they're saying is this channel has been doing a deep dive. When you go to the channel, you'll see what he's talking about. They've been doing a deep dive into trying to locate where each one of those flight numbers wound up. Because obviously, if you're going to tell the world that they died, they can't return back to being a teacher, an astronaut, or whatever. They had to agree to assume another identity or go somewhere else and blend in or do whatever. And he found these guys, I guess, apparently is what he's claiming, and where they worked, and he showed you the receipts. I mean, I know if you guys are watching it on the phones, you are never going to be able to read all of the fine print in that video. I think what I'm going to do, I don't know if how would I be able to share the link to this particular short in the, some names, some faces, nobody says anything. Yeah.
Shuttle people, it's the crash, same name, same face, nobody says anything. Hey, Shy Savage.
Yeah, because nobody, you don't think about it, especially if they move here. Here's a link. Here's a link to, I think, what's going to take you to that video, that short. Yeah, okay, shoot. I was hoping I did that right. Okay, yeah, so that's the short. Because when I watched it originally, I'm not even kidding you, I had to watch it 3 times to catch every single thing that he wrote on there and to read what was actually being said. Because if you try to read what the guy's saying because it's hard to understand him, then you miss seeing what he's pointing out. So you wind up having to watch it a few times to catch everything he's trying to hurry up and say. And then it's got the link to that in that video, because it's going to share it to you from the haunted side, which we've already shared his channel here, because we played his clips before.
Started hearing about this 5 years after, June says.
You know what, June? I'm glad somebody said something, because I honestly did too. I started hearing people talking about, hey, did you hear that they caught one of the astronauts working in another state? I'm like, no, they died. And they're like, no, man, they caught this guy working for some tech company or some whatever company. I forgot what it was. But I did start hearing that one of them got spotted, and that they said that probably didn't even go down. It probably was just all BS. I'm like, why the heck would they do that? This was back when I didn't have my tinfoil. Yeah. I didn't earn it yet. I gotta be honest.
Well, you know what? There's always the honorary tinfoil hat. I mean, if you inquire, if you think about something, I mean.
Yeah, I believed it when I saw it. I believed it, and yeah, but
I've been into conspiracy theories for so long that I think I got one growing out of the top of my head.
June says that, yeah, to get more money. Was it the teacher first that you heard of? Because I didn't hear about her first. Maybe it was her. I don't, June, God. I really don't want to say that it was like 30 years ago, like 25, 30 years ago, but it was a while ago. It was a long time ago. I can't remember. But I do remember hearing something about somebody spotted one of these guys. And yeah, like I said, I was like, yeah, no, you didn't. You know, there's doppelgangers everywhere. And you see, this is how they get away with crap like that, too. Oh, there's doppelgangers everywhere. Somebody probably mistaken her. Maybe it was somebody with the same name. Maybe it was, and this is how they get away with this stuff. They do this stuff to us. And then we wonder why they do stuff like that to us, because we're gullible to believe it.
But I want to ask you, do you think that they've actually found actual alien beings in the flesh? I mean, they're always saying that they have them. They did saying that they have.
Yes.
Really? Now that right there would be. I mean, that goes to show you. I mean, it answers the question.
Yeah, because I have seen footage that really appears to be too real. That was
Yeah, I was thinking that. I mean,
And I encourage everybody to start checking on the United States website for these released files.
there's just so much evidence of it. I mean,
And that's what they, that's what they do. They put out so much evidence, just like everybody cried about the last round of this Epstein release, right? Everybody wanted it. And then you don't hear anything. They dumped so much information out there that the public just goes, oh my God, it's going to take me 2 years to go through all this.
Oh, wow.
I'm just going to sit back and wait because there's going to be somebody else that's going to go through this, and then I'll just watch it on their channel. And that's what happens. Even though you cry for the information, you actually don't go there to look because it's overwhelming. I mean, you got a life. No, they know you ain't got no time to sit and go through all that stuff. So you just hope somebody else does.
I wonder what their mission was coming here. Is what I'd like to know.
I
coming
think
for resources, or or
I think they were already here.
You know what? That reminds me of the War of the Worlds. You seen that movie? They were already underground. They were already here, and I guess those ships that came in would shoot the actual beings, like beam them down into their crafts or whatever the heck they had planted way underneath.
Well, to me, and this is where my mind goes, just so you guys can understand when I say stuff like that, why I come to the conclusion. Okay, we know they can't get through the firmament, right? We can't get through the firmament right now. We have Elon Musk even saying he can't get his stuff through there.
And they had to do that to go to the moon, right?
Yeah, supposedly we figured it all out, and we were able to have women knit together nice clothing like this and put together some aluminum rocket that we shot all the way up there through the firmament. They didn't die from all the radiation. They didn't die from 25, well, it was 250 degrees below zero. They were able to withstand that, and they had enough fuel to sit around and walk around the Earth or the moon, jump around. And then they got back onto the rocket, refueled before they left, apparently, was able to hoist themselves off of there, and then go back through the firmament where it's all nuclear with regular clothes, and made it back home and lived to tell about it.
And
then they lost everything. They lost the original footage, and they lost the instructions.
Then they have the helicopter in the little capsule out in the sea,
Yeah, they lost everything. And still to this day, how many years later, nobody is smart enough to figure out what those guys back in the day figured out, man. Them guys were good. They were really good. Those were some real brainiacs there, man.
And it might be like this. We can't get out, but maybe they can get in, apparently.
But here's the thing, and this is where I was going with it. If we can't even get out, then explain to me how we are reverse engineering all of these ships that we have, but we still haven't figured out how to get through the firmament.
Oh no, but they can't.
In other words, I understand that, but if they're coming through the firmament to get in, and we now are in possession of their ship, and we have been for over 70 years, we've accumulated all these ships, and we've been able to reverse engineer them, and use them to our advantage for weaponry and everything else. Do you or do you not think they would have said, they came in, they went through the firmament, let's reverse engineer that and figure out how they did it, so now we can get out there? No, it's not happened. We can't. And I guarantee you, if the military knew how to do it, Elon Musk would know how to do it. And we would be sharing information, and we'd be up there.
But remember, they showed they sent that nuclear missile out, and it went outside of the atmosphere and blew up. And that one guy says, "Yeah, it's just like ringing the dinner bell for the aliens to say that there's life there. It's like turning the light on where they could actually see us." And they thought that.
Well, I don't believe anything. I don't believe that. Just like they said that we put a nuclear bomb at Hiroshima. Remember that? Remember when they told us? Okay.
We dropped the atom bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Right, and what was the atom bomb?
That was the atom bomb.
What was it made out of?
what was it? I don't know. We'd have to. I'm not sure what all the materials were, but they showed the explosions and stuff, and I think that actually happened. Those two. I mean, there's a lot of people. A lot of Japanese people came forward, and they're all, scarred. If they're still alive from that point in time, they're scarred, and we had a lot of deformity children being born that were under the radiation.
Okay, it was made out of uranium and plutonium.
Plutonium, yeah.
Yeah. Hang on a second.
Oh, it's not Italian. Damn phone. His phone's talking to him in Italian, apparently. Skynet. Oh, yeah. Terminator time, huh? Yeah, because... And they're claiming that Voyager...
This is my point. It says exposure to uranium and plutonium is primarily measured by dose. With high levels, direct exposure can cause death within minutes to days. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so if they used a uranium bomb and a plutonium bomb, then why do we have photographs of when they dropped the bomb on them? Why were people walking around? Look up photos.
Oh yeah,
of Japan.
They're walking around because I don't think they really realized how much danger they were in. They were just like, if they were survivors that made it back to the town to see what's going on. I mean, you get there, you're not going to get sick immediately, I don't think. But you will die in like a day or two if you get to that much radiation. So I think maybe most of those people who's even walking around are probably dead, and more than likely, if it was anytime soon after that happens. I would think anyway. Yep. Adam. Was Lockheed Martin testing out newer technology? Got the inside info from a friend. They were doing it here too. The government knew about it. Robert Steiger says.
Oh, all right. So they did. Okay. So this is what is being reported. And I didn't know this because I never thought to look it up. But it does say that 140,000 to 240,000 people were estimatedly killed in 1945 from that bomb, while approximately half died instantly.
Yeah, it was from the blast. They were just...
Or within the first few days, they had tens of thousands more die in the months following from acute radiation sickness, followed by long-term cancer. Because I was like, I'm sitting there watching a video on it one day, and I'm sitting here watching all these people walking around. And I'm like, what's up with that? And then I'm looking around, I'm like, okay, there's like telephone poles that are standing straight up. I'm like, well, that's weird. If you had a damn atomic bomb go off, you'd think it would just level everything.
Is there any picture? Can we pull up any pictures of that? That'd be interesting because I was... That isn't... Unless they did like a makeshift telephone pole so they can get some communications through there or something. I don't know. But other than that, I agree with you. I mean, a telephone pole should have been incinerated. I mean, that would have been like a match going off.
Oh, I know. Except in clothes, yes. Clothes. Oh,
hey, Mousy.
Hi, Mousy.
I don't have my keyboard set up yet, but I'm going to do it after the stream. Thank you. Hi there.
Oh, come on. Dang, I hate when I do that. I was trying to shut an ad off, and it actually... Oh, okay, well, okay, the following stuff is graphic. Okay, sorry. It may not be suitable for some viewers. Let me at least get to the point where...
Yeah, and we're not for children, so, I mean, pretty much everybody, I don't know if they want to see graphic or not. I can see it.
Okay, well, here we go. All right, all right. I'll just show the first few seconds of it because, honestly, I mean, it explains how it could be. And then that, okay, so I never actually watched the video of I didn't know they had a picture of the bomb going off. I didn't know that. I was just looking at photographs of the aftermath, okay? But that's what it looks like. I mean, I'll stop it because I don't know what else is going to be seen here.
They'll show, that's going to blow the trees over. Yep. Look at that. The trees stay. I mean...
Okay, yeah, I don't know what what's going to show. Let me see.
And what I'm wondering also, is that like a really great long distance telephoto lens? I mean, that camera would have been fried too, right?
You would think.
You'd think so.
Okay, well here, this kind of...
Hi, Mel.
Hi, Mel. Okay, I can show this part. At least I know that this is safe. I just don't want to see anybody ripped apart. You know what I mean? I don't want to show anything like that.
They won't be ripped apart. I mean, they won't get close enough to see that. They're just showing, look at that explosion. Oh, my.
Because, I mean, I didn't even see the film. I just, yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Well, that's just...
yeah, it's just artwork. That's all that is.
Yeah.
It's just artwork.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean... Those would have been, if that right there is right in Nagasaki proper, there wouldn't be any skulls there. They would have been absolutely evaporated. There wouldn't be nothing within like a mile radius or something. Is that they're saying? A mile. That's a big explosion, I tell you. And then after that, it's supposed to go several other miles with the shock waves. And that's just an atom bomb. Can you imagine the nuclear one would be like 20 times, 50 times more powerful than that?
Yeah.
Here's Glenn is here from GRB.
Hello. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'm getting off of that. It got worse. Okay.
Oh,
So
did it? Oh, yeah. It shows
when I did. Yeah.
It does. It shows some of the people with the burns and all that kind of stuff. That shows the ones that were like, miles away. They got like third and fourth. I don't know if there's such thing as a.
Does anybody want me to share that link to that story? If you do, let me know, and I'll share the link, and you guys can watch it. You're adults, but I'm not sharing it because I really don't want to see that. I know.
Yeah. Well, that's just the horrors of the power that.
And I understand that. I get it, but I still don't want to see that. I don't like mouse.
We don't want to see it. We don't want to have it.
I'd love to watch it. Okay, so I will share it for. Let me get. There we go. All right. Okay, so when you get to this link. Yeah, when you get to the link, I'm going to show you here really quick. I'll pull it up really quick just so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so when you get to the link here, that's what you're going to see. And then when you go down here, Manhattan Project, that's what we were just watching.
Yeah, that's a bunch of crap. That's just fake. I wouldn't even call that honest.
No, yeah, it's just art, guys. It's just artwork. It's not real. There you go.
It would have to be, because right there in the city like that, there's no way there would be white. I mean, it wouldn't be that what like a laboratory skeleton with that color. It'd been burnt to a crisp.
Yeah. So, but there's the link. if you guys want to go see it. It's only a minute-long video, I think. Yeah, it's not very long.
There is a movie called Hiroshima, and it shows kind of like what the people that survived told people, and they made a movie out of it.
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing just deep dives you way into the story of it, but they have those clips, and if somebody was interested in checking that out, it's from the History Channel, so I look at the History Channel as a relatively decent source of information.
I want to send this to me in my messenger too. There we go. Share it. Isn't that weird? I always have to share with myself and email stuff to myself in order to.
Oh, heck yeah. You know, what I do is when I start deep diving into some of the topics we talk about, I come across other videos that go with another topic, and the very first thing I do is hit save to watch later, and then I just keep going. Because I'm like, no, I can't get distracted right now, because then I'll just bounce all over the place in my head. I got to stay focused on one thing and what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but, oh, come on, shush.
Anyone see the Japanese animated video of atom bombs hit Japan? Struggle to survive aftermath. Outstanding movie, but disturbing. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ever want to see some of the worst effects, there's a movie called Threads from England. They did it in Britain. It's called Threads.
No, yeah.
And that is, I mean, that gives you, I mean, they say it's a lot worse than that even, but that I couldn't even imagine that. That was terrible.
Well, and here's the thing, you know, I feel really bad. I mean, that the whole thing between Japan and our country happened.
Oh, yeah.
Because I absolutely love the Japanese people.
And we're close allies. We're close allies with them now, and we also do, you know.
That was just a different generation, It
was a different time.
But, man, the Japanese people are just so freaking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I just absolutely love all of them. I love their culture. I love everything about them. I love their fish.
Yeah. Yes.
I love everything about them.
The reason why I did that is to save. There had been a lot more deaths on both sides if they had to actually go in and do a, landing on Japan. I mean, we would have lost people, and they would have lost. I don't know if they would have lost more than what they got in those two atom bombs, but it would have been worse overall, I think. So.
You know what I can't get away from? Every single time I go to do some research on stuff, do you know, and it's probably just the algorithm. You know how the algorithm works. When you look up certain stuff, it just keeps shoving it back in your face. But I kid you not, there are more and more and more flat earth videos out there than ever before. And you know what's really weird is I'm starting to notice a trend, and I don't know if they're just mind messing with us or what, but so many pilots, military people, stuff like that are coming out and explaining to you how we've been duped about this planet. And I'm like, what is this? I mean, is this real? I mean, are you really seriously? I mean, here's.
Well, they're saying the next evolution, they say, of humankind is a collective consciousness. So people, maybe they're all thinking the same, similar things at the similar time, and then they're all just bringing them all out at that time. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna copy. Here we go. I'm gonna also shout out the haunted side, because a lot of these videos that and I know where he's getting his videos from. I know exactly where, and it's like a combination of several channels, but I know where he's getting them from. I would just, this is just me. I like it better if I promote the guy that's promoting them. That way I don't have to go around to each one of them and ask permission to share what he's already asked permission to share. This way, I'm only sharing his, and then I can shout him out and concentrate more people to either Ben Colson or to the haunted side. I'd rather, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not only that, but this is our platform. This is YouTube. He's going into Insta, Tik, and all that. And you guys, I don't want to do TikTok for you guys. I'm sorry. I don't mind doing it.
I mean, when they have that little share arrow thing, right? They should have it stipulated on there that if you get it, and if you share it on your channel, if they had it set up where it would automatically put them as the originators of it, that'd make it so much easier overall. You don't have to go through all that.
Right. And they don't care. You can go to his channel and he does not have anything closed on his channel to where you can't auto remix, you can't share, you can't. And I've seen other people share him out, larger channels than me, and he doesn't care. So I know sharing him out is safe. But I don't want to have to go to every person that he's already gone to on TikTok, Insta, and all that, ask permission, and then get permission, and then share. I don't want to go through all what he's going through because
you shouldn't have to. I mean, you should be able to click on that share, pull it up here, watch it, and whatever.
Right. Well, that's why I leave the disclaimer in my channel afterwards that if any one of these people that he's sharing out has a problem with me sharing it, all they have to do is have me to take it down, and I'll take it down. I don't have a problem.
That defeats the whole. I mean, yeah, but that's what I was getting at. It defeats the whole share thing. I mean, they got the share thing.
Right, and quite obviously, these people don't care if they get shared out.
I know, but I think YouTube should think the similar. They should be like, you know what? Instead of getting dinged for bringing a thing up, they're sharing their videos with everybody. Just because we're watching it in here when we got a group in chat watching it, it shouldn't be a big issue.
It's usually with YouTube, it's not an issue if you do it under their guides. If you do it under their guidelines, like even their own sponsored movies. Remember that movie that I was trying to share that one time when they shut me down? Now, if I would have had it in a format where I would play it for like 10 seconds and show you a clip, and then we would talk about it, and it's for educational purposes, they would have never shut me down.
Yeah, I mean,
they have a problem with you taking their content, playing it, and getting up and leaving. Now you're just sharing their shit. It's not for educational. It's not for, you're just sharing their stuff.
Right.
So I don't blame YouTube for doing that. And not only that, but a lot of your videos, what if there was somebody else out there that literally showed every single live you've ever done? And
so the videos that you want to share from the creator of it, they belong to YouTube, so you can't use theirs because it's YouTube stuff.
You can use YouTube stuff as long as you just use a little bit of it and use it
10
for
seconds. That's ridiculous. I mean, you should be able to watch the whole thing without any repercussions. I mean,
well, it's not that way.
I know, but doesn't it make sense to be able to do that? I mean, really, it does.
Well, yeah, but if you created something and you want to put it up on YouTube and grow,
you want to share it, put that little share button there, the little arrows. They do it. The arrow's there. They want to share it, and yet you do it, and then you get in trouble for it.
Yeah, but they don't want you to share it for your own audience. They just want maybe you to share it to your husband. I mean, that's so different than when you're watching the football game. They don't care if you invite your family over to watch it in your living room, but if you literally put it up on a screen in an auditorium, the NFL's going to come down on you pretty hard for restreaming it. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but I still think I get what you're saying, but I still think that it's bunk. I mean, really.
Yeah.
I look at it this way. I mean, as long as they're not doing anything to harm anybody, you're not doing anything to harm anybody. You just want to share their information. And you always mention, go over and give them. You can put up the thing, give them a sub. They're still getting benefit from it. I mean, so that's why.
Yeah, that's why I've never had anybody that I've ever shared out. I've never had them come after me or call or email me and ask me to please take it down or stop doing it, because I am shouting them out.
Yeah.
Because I am giving the creator credit for his work, and I encourage everybody to go over there because these are all channels I'm subscribed to that I like, and they know I watch all their shit because I'm sharing it.
With that, can you watch the whole video without getting in trouble with the ones that you got the shout out for and all that stuff?
Yeah.
You can. Okay.
Yeah. If they had a whole video, I can share their whole video. I'm sure. But what I would do, like if I was to share like one of Ben Colson's video, and say everything he shared in there was something that was specific to a topic we wanted to talk about, what I would do then is I would email Ben and I would say, hey, Ben, you know, we're having this stream and everything you put in this one particular video, we're going to be talking about. Is there any way that I can get permission to actually share the entire video? We will be stopping in between each clip to discuss it, but I really like everything in that one video you did. Can I share the whole thing? I would at least ask, because to me, that's the common courtesy thing to do. And I'm sure Ben Colson would say, oh yeah, no problem, don't, you know, thank you, whatever. Because he's that kind of guy. And, you know.
I guess if people are going to, I mean, if the people are unhappy that, you know, you're using it for your enjoyment and your people in your chat's enjoyment and they're not benefiting from it, I can see, I guess they might, you know, be upset about that.
Yeah, but I'm sending people their way though, and they know that.
Yeah.
You know, people that are rewatching this after we're done with the live stream,
yeah,
they're going his way. They gotta be, because these guys are great channels. I mean,
Yeah.
they all have Matrika, Perky, The Haunted Side, all these channels that I go to, I watch. I don't share their stuff and don't watch their stuff.
Right.
So, I mean, and I know they got good channels, and they know they got good channels. I don't think they're
But
really
you
worried
can't,
about
but you won't show, I mean, the whole video. You won't show the whole video because you, out of courtesy to them.
You're right, just out of respect. I mean, just honestly out of respect. That's just me. That's just how I am. I'm not going to share somebody else's work. I would ask first. That's just me.
Yep.
You know, YouTube's not telling me I have to do that. Ben's not saying that he requires permission first. I'm just saying that's how I am. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I guess I just look at things so much differently sometimes. And every time I think of that, about that.
Yeah, but Jeff, you're sharing out like when you look at.
Then don't put they shouldn't have the share button there. Then they shouldn't say, "Here, share this." I mean, seriously,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying this is my hang up.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel for me, I have to ask.
Right.
That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I was just thinking, you know, be like the, you know, you got the freedom of speech, freedom of expression. I mean, if you want to share stuff, I would think that it would be a positive thing.
Well, like Channel 8 News, they ain't gonna give a shit if I share their stuff. They don't care. Right. But I'm not gonna share the whole thing because I encourage people to go over there because I like, you know, Knapp enough to where, you know, I want somebody to go over there and say, hey, I want to check out George Knapp. I want to see all the interviews he's done. The man has done some fantastic interviews that it would take me years to show you all his work. I encourage other people to go check him out because he's done some fascinating work.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be a good thing if they had a way that you got the creators doing their stuff and they're putting their videos out and their shorts. There should be something there where they can actually select, you know, use this video. You can use it for your whatever, and you'll be free to just to do it. There's your permission. And then the people who are watching every single minute for their watch time and whatnot, some people don't do that. Some people just want to share. And that's what I'm saying is that it should be more clear cut. You shouldn't have to jump through like 19 hoops to do something. It's just, right. It just doesn't seem, there's got to be a better way.
I think it's fairly a common practice on YouTube that if you want to share a short, ain't nobody gonna say nothing, because they would take off that share button if they didn't allow audio and remixing. They would click that, and then there wouldn't be the share button. You wouldn't be able to activate it. So they pretty much already control that themselves anyway. So yeah, I don't know of anybody that's ever.
Yeah, what I'm saying, I mean, that's just an idea of mine. I mean, I'm just thinking that YouTube should offer that to content creators. Do you want this to be shared with anybody, or do you want to have specific permissions for certain stuff? And then I can understand that, but it would make it a lot more streamlined for everybody.
If you want to share it or not. Yeah.
Yeah, if they had a thing when you share on it, they could have a little thing pop up saying, you know, I mean, they could probably even tell if it's YouTube can tell if it's a live stream going on because they came after you with that one little clip you did. So they would.
Yeah, but that was YouTube, and I was actually doing something wrong. I was actually sharing.
No, I know that. But what I'm saying is, if it was that way, you could have done that, and they wouldn't have got at you because they already know that person doesn't care what you do with it. Is what I'm saying. I mean, they should.
Oh,
Yeah, that'd be that'd be a good way to have it set up as.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get dinged, and they'd have their stuff looked at by people. I mean, they want to share it with a lot of people. Sometimes they just want it to be watched. I mean, people drop links and stuff. They want to see something. They want it watched. Then you watch it. But
yeah. I wanted to show you guys this one though, because this one really got me. It's one of them kind of like, huh? And then I had to watch it again. Maybe you guys will catch it on the first go. I didn't. But yeah, this came into effect when everybody was talking about how we had that Amazon moon that one time.
So you can listen to the angle of the light reflecting on the moon and what that actually means. Y'all like the video right there? Subscribe for more. Let's check this out.
Take a look at this video I took of the moon the other day. Now, logically, by looking at the angle of the light reflecting on the moon, we can assume that if the source of illumination is the sun, then we can deduce that the position of the sun should be in this direction. And we also have to correct for the three-dimensional aspect, which would also position the sun slightly forward, such as is indicated by this arrow. Now, I think that we can all fundamentally agree that this is the correct deduction. So now let's zoom out and see if the sun is where we predicted it would be. And we can now clearly see that the sun is nowhere near where it should be. Now, I made another video like this a couple of days ago showing the same kind of impossible angle. And some have said that it could be caused by the enormous relational distances between the Earth, Moon, and the sun. But when you look at this diagram, you can see that if I'm standing on the Earth in the northern hemisphere where I took this video, and I'm looking at the moon at around that angle to my left, and the sun is setting to the west to my right at this angle, I don't see how distances could cause the angles to be different. As a matter of fact, the further the sun is, the more precise the angle should be. Others have postulated that the angle illusion may be caused by the enormous size of the sun, which is 109 times larger than the diameter of the Earth. But if you would bring the sun close to the Earth and moon, you can see that it would cause a completely different angle geometry on the moon. Plus, we would also be able to easily see the relative positions of the sun and moon and easily deduce the proper angles of the light as being compatible. But the sun is said to be 93 million miles away from the Earth, which gives it the same relational size to the moon. You would not get these types of angles unless the sun was much closer. So that is not an option to consider. So based on what we can see, this is, in my opinion, concrete evidence that the sun is not the cause of the reflection we can see here on the moon.
All right, so let's take a list.
So there you go. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, just the fact that it is rounded on where it starts getting dark, that's unnatural anyway. It's not mean you'd have to have a planet that was shaped like in order to block that out like that.
Yeah, obviously the Earth is not in the way of the sun hitting the moon, because you can see the sun was up over here, the moon was over here. So obviously take Earth out of the equation, because that's what I was always told as a kid.
I've seen the sun up and the moon up at the same time.
I'm sorry?
I've seen the sun and the moon up at the same time before.
Right. I was always told that when you see that happening to the moon, I was taught this in school, that it's because the Earth is in between the sun and the moon, and that's where you're getting your shadows. That's the way we were taught.
It would, except if the rounded part's down here and our planet's coming in between the moon and the sun, we wouldn't see that. We'd just see the little sliver, right?
But it would be the other way.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. So how would
Yeah,
that
it
be?
would
I mean,
be convey, not convex.
exactly. I mean, the only way that would be able to do that is for something to be. I can't see how that could happen if you're between the sun and the moon, and our planet is round. There's no way it's going to make the smiley face.
I don't understand how Robert is saying that it's the sun's reflection. It's the light on the moon is from Earth. It's the sun's reflection off the Earth.
Oh, is it?
Well, why isn't it all lit up then? Because the sun and the moon are both here, and it should have not a problem reflecting off. Why is it only reflecting that much of it? Where's
I didn't think
where's
it was
the
ever
rest of the
reflective, though.
Earth?
I mean, it's all.
Yeah, where's the rest of Earth that only lights up that much? Is that the way Earth is shaped then? Is what the as much as lit up in the moon?
Yeah, because it's still shaped like that, and it should
Yeah,
be.
exactly.
It
That
should be
doesn't
at least,
make
or at least
any
the other
sense.
way. It should be inverted.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Yeah.
And there's times where, like you said, the sun and the moon are like really close, and you're only seeing a crescent on the moon. You're only seeing a little bit of the moon, and it's like, okay,
I've even seen full
it's
moon in the
like
sun.
literally right there. It doesn't need to bounce down to Earth and jump up to the moon.
I've seen a full moon and the sun going down at the same time. It's like sunset and a full moon off to the east. Yeah, it's weird.
So I mean, if they're that close to each other and the sun can bounce down on the entire circumference of the Earth, then why is it going back up to the moon? And sometimes we only see half a moon. Sometimes we see a crescent, and they're like the same distance away from each other every time we see a different. Because that's not computing in my brain at all.
Mine either.
It's just really not.
And he looks like he's having a bad day. Look at him.
Oh yeah.
When you caught him, he's like, "Oh, am I going to do this again?"
Yeah, because I mean, it really honestly doesn't make any sense to me. And why would the Earth need to bounce off, or why would the sun need to bounce off the Earth in order to light up the moon when it's closer, when you're looking at it out there in space, supposedly, it doesn't need to come down here to bounce up there. It just, I mean...
And then with the atmosphere and everything, and the clouds and everything, I mean, if you got... I don't know.
Yeah, because the moon is closer to the sun than we are. Why does it need us to light up? What's bouncing off of us to light us up if we're not getting the actual direct sun lighting us up? Because if the sun doesn't directly light anything up, which is the bouncing off the Earth and reflection theory, then what is it bouncing off of to make us?
I think it's just shining directly on us.
Exactly, it's got to.
Yeah. When the sun shines.
I just don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
It just happens, and we just kind of go, yeah, all right. It's too complicated for me to understand, so I'll just accept what you say and move on.
It also
And that's what we
depends on
did
if the moon is above or below Earth, Robert says. If the moon is below Earth.
That makes no sense to me at all. Robert, you are in a definitely different educational level than I am, because I can only go by what I see above my house. Hi, Halo.
Hi, Halo.
Yeah, I'm not talking about different kinds of moons in different areas of the Earth. I'm just talking about here on my own little flat piece of land. All these things, I mean, I don't know what he means by the bottom of the Earth and all that. Excuse me, guys. Gosh. Yeah, I don't know.
And just so you know, Halo, I'm the one here waving at you. It says your friendly fish addict, but that's me.
Yeah, Jeff. That's Jeff over there. Halo.
Yep.
Helms Aquatics is right there streaming with me. Yeah, I don't know. Robert, you and I are going to have to get together and you're going to have to explain to me the theory, because I'm not getting it. I never got it. I never understood it. I don't understand how you can have a Amazon moon when it's following, it's following the dang sun. And so what does that got to do with the Earth? I don't know, whatever. And you sit there and you look at all the cycles of the moon, and you can pull up a graph of all the cycles of the moon cycles, and it never changes. And nowhere in that whole cycle, in all of history that I've known it, 60-something years, that ever have I seen an Amazon moon, a smiley face.
I've never seen it. I've seen the quarter moon, like a half moon.
Yeah, why all of a sudden are we getting these smiley face moons?
And I see this. I mean, like where you see the bottom of the moon right there, and the green line underneath it. So I've seen the crescent, the crescent cat eye moons and stuff like that. But
but not a full-on Amazon moon.
But exactly, I've never seen
I've
that.
never seen that before.
Never.
Where you guys?
Take a magnifying glass and shine the sun through onto the wall. Image will be backwards. It's a reflection of light. Oh yeah. I used to burn. I used to do like wood burning with my magnifying glass and just like write my name on it. Probably my eyes are shot now because that was really bright and I was staring right at it for hours.
I will try that, Robert. I will try that. I will try that because that might. Man, I wish I could highlight that, and I wish I could remember how he's saying to do that.
It's the same color as that circle too. Wow.
You know what? I'm going to do this so that way when I replay, I can replay this video and be able to read what you said. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but I want to try it, so I want to get the instructions. Okay, now I can. Okay, thanks, Robert. I'll try that, and maybe that'll help me figure it out. Well, why do we not have that in any of our moon cycles? I don't get it. Why is that not even a freaking thing? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I imagine people through the ages, I'm sure they've looked up into the sky and seen something that they didn't, that's why we always question. That's why we advance in stuff. Because it piques our interest. I'm like, yeah, that thing is weird though. I couldn't believe it. It's like, I've never seen it shaped like that. I've seen the little.
Because we were brought up with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that? You see, this is. Let me see if I can.
That looks like the moon. That one up there. It is a. What does that say? Number 6. It's like that in the picture, but it was orientated another way. You know what I mean?
But in order for it to be a smiley face, the Earth would have to be over here looking at it that way.
Looks like number 4, and then we get to number 2 here, and it's if the sun goes around it a little more, maybe it's blocking out its own self, and then I don't know. But that's the shape of it. I mean, if you take more of that white at the one on number 2, and just kind of pull it down like a shutter, then you'd have that little smiley face thing. But it would be. Wait a minute. It would be the other way, though, wouldn't it?
Well, I understand that, but we don't live there where we would see that. We live up here where we would be looking at the.
Where was that picture taken at? I wonder if it was taken someplace else.
I have a picture of the moon all the way up here in northern half of America, and I have a picture of that moon like that. Shoot, Mitzi has a picture of that perfect picture through a telescope of that moon with a smiley face.
Wow.
Yeah, it's on her page. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, I didn't think you'd seen it before. That's why I was like, wow, I've never seen it.
No, we've seen it up here, way up here. That's what I'm saying. I've never seen that here. Let me find it. Yeah, here we go. I'm sharing Mitzi's page. Mitzi, I'm sharing your ass out, girl. I don't care. Look at that. Come on now. There you go. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. I've never seen the moon look like that before here. I'm sorry, I've not.
It looks like the sun's doing like a full eclipse. So you know how the moon crosses in front of the sun.
Yeah, that's not what. Unless that is that what that is, Mitzi?
Maybe it's part of. Maybe it's the beginning of an eclipse. It could be. I've seen that.
Let me ask Mitzi because she's the one who went through her telescope and did it. Now, if this was an eclipse, let me know because I want to know.
It looks like it might be.
Well, I'm going to ask her because she knows for sure, 100%. She's the one who did it.
She says, "Okay." My brother-in-law and I we saw something descending, and we couldn't make out what it was. It was strange. No, that was in scenery mode.
Okay, but this
was there eclipse going on? An eclipse going on at the time that you did that?
Yeah, that's what we're wanting to know. Was that a nighttime telescope shot of something you saw at night, or was that during an eclipse?
Because it kind of turns us into nighttime for just a couple seconds when it completely covers the sun where we're at.
She said no, that was an eclipse. Okay, so that was a moon. Okay, so that was an eclipse. Okay, so then I will show you.
Where we can see the dark side.
And that's fine. I was afraid she would say that was an eclipse because that is kind of really because it doesn't match up with the picture I took.
So where's that light coming from? I mean, I can still. Usually when we see a moon that's like that, you can make out the silhouette a little bit, but there you can see the craters and everything. Is that because of the telescope? Probably.
Yes. Yeah, I've got a picture of the moon with the Amazon moon smiley face because I went out there and took a picture of it when I saw it. So thank God I did that. So I do have that. And I actually remember sharing it on like maybe 3 or 4 episodes ago that we did. So I remember pulling it up for you guys. Let me see if I can find it. Is this that? No. Okay.
You know what though? So that was from Mitzi's telescope. Now, what about the Hubble telescope? Is that on the Earth here, or is that out in space? Because if it was, it had to make it through that barrier, right? The Hubble telescope, is that in the atmosphere?
It's in the atmosphere, I believe. I don't think it's roaming out in space. I'm not sure.
I wonder how space float though in the atmosphere like that. I mean, it would be the gravity would be pulling it down toward Earth if it was in the atmosphere. So it's got to be outside the atmosphere. I don't know if Tommy's still here. He might. Oh, and also Voyager 2. You keep having the thing times after times. Voyager 2 sending information back to NASA, and that's way out in deep space.
I'm going to share that one to Facebook. Post. Okay. Let me go back to here. Another one I had a little bit better view of that.
She says, play the video out. There is an eclipse shot.
There we go. Sorry. The music's like really loud.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, that wasn't a clip shot. That's what we played it out. We just sat there and played the whole thing.
Oh, it looked like a hand. Could you right near the end there? What is that black thing reaching out?
That's correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that the Horse Nebula?
It looks like.
Yeah, no. If you tilt your head to the right, you'll see the horse head. Tilt your head to the right when you look at it. You see the little horse head like a piece of chess on a chessboard.
Yeah, but it's so much darker than actual space. Look at that.
Oh, it's a Horse Nebula.
It's
Horse
dark.
Head Nebula. I was right. I didn't say horse head.
Yeah.
I said
But it's darker than the rest of this dark part of the space out there. I just
Okay.
noticed the shade gradient was different.
Yeah, it's called the Horse Head Nebula.
Oh.
The eclipse is not in there.
half moon over West Norfolk.
Well, what was the picture? Okay, I don't know. We're having a communication issue because at first she's saying the eclipse is not in there, and then she's saying play the video out. There is an eclipse shot. I don't know what she's talking
She says
about.
the eclipse is not in there.
Yeah, but read the next comment. First she says it's in there, then she's saying it's not in there.
Yeah, that's what I said. She says the eclipse is not in there. That's what the last one. And then she goes to that is the Horsehead Nebula. It is a dark nebula. Darker than.
Oh, all right, okay. I thought I was misunderstanding you, Mitzi. Oh my God, I'm having a case of the dumbs because I got lightning over here to my right. So I'm like trying to pay attention, but also trying to pay attention to weather. So, all right, I just didn't want to be. No, you're fine. I just thought I just was stupid in not understanding you.
Here's a dumb question. Why is the dark nebula darker than the darkness of space? Because
Oh, because you're looking at the gases behind it, so it's actually making.
But I'm looking over here where it's also darker, and that is much darker than 2 inches to the left.
Yeah, but you're looking at a nebula. A nebula is filled with a bunch of gases and stuff that.
Why would it make it darker?
Okay,
I'm just wondering why it would make it darker than the dark part of space.
That's why, right?
I mean, how black can it get, though?
I don't know.
How black can it get? I mean, that's blacker than black.
I know what you're
Blacker
saying.
than black?
I get it. Yeah, let's find out.
It's backlit. Lots of gas and dust. Yeah, but it's still dark.
I know.
I know it. Sometimes things I just get stuck on.
No, I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
The Horsehead Nebula appears dark because it is a dense, cold cloud of dust and gas, a dark absorption nebula that acts as a silhouette absorbing visible light rather than emitting it. It is situated in front of the bright, glowing emission nebula called IC432, which provides the backlight that makes its iconic shape visible.
But it's, yeah.
Then you need to go to NASA, and you need to ask NASA why the heck that is.
Yeah, I know it. I mean, yes. So the.
Here. Hang on. Oh, shit. I'm glad I didn't hit that right away. Why do they gotta do half nudie ads? Gosh.
Do you guys see how it's darker than the rest, or is it just? I mean, you can see it, I can see it. And
there you go. Can you hear it?
These are objects that are made out of very tiny carbon-rich. Welcome to This Week in Astronomy, brought to you by Celestron, the world's leading manufacturer of telescopes. I'm Dave Eicher, editor of Astronomy Magazine, and this time I want to talk about one of our favorite legendary deep sky objects, the Horsehead Nebula in Orion. The Horsehead is a dark nebula. It's a very celebrated object, and these are objects that are made out of very tiny carbon-rich particles of dust. They're dark, and so they have to be lit by something else in order to see them. Well, the Horsehead Nebula, from our point of view, is in front of a strip of emission nebulosity that's called IC434. Both these objects are approximately about 1,400 light years away from us. And, of course, it's below that famous belt of Orion. Alnitak is the bright star that it's south of, and you can see this in many photographs. It's a challenging object to see visually. Now, in a perfectly dark sky, in some well-known
what?
Down at the bottom of that nebula, where it starts rounding out a little bit, there was like two. They look like eyes, and then down below it, you know how you can look at a cloud and you see something? It just kind of looks like a face.
Yeah, but that's why, though. He just explained to you why, so now you know.
Oh, okay.
Now you know why it's like that.
I know why it's darker than space now.
Now you know.
Christine's like, damn it, Jeff. What's
No. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, we explained to people why it's the way it is. I mean, it's
made out of charcoal. Yeah, cool.
I mean, if you wouldn't have asked it, I probably would have at some point. So Mitzi's just happy it didn't happen on her channel, because then she would have had to explain it to me, and that it takes a lot longer.
The space between the space.
Space between the space. All right. Well, guys, I got Thunder Boomers coming my way, and yeah,
nice. Yeah.
I just seriously don't want to get caught.
Right. Yeah, I also got to get up and cook some dinner yet. I didn't even do that yet.
Yeah.
I've been running errands for Kathy and getting her medications and stuff, and it's like.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know how much longer I'm going to have my internet, to be honest with you. So, yeah. Because it's going to go on all night, and Mitzi and I will be up till like 5 a.m. because we're under the watch until 5 a.m. So we ain't going to be able to sleep tonight.
I hope you can.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, so.
I may be texting every so often, make sure you're all right.
Yeah, well, like I said, we'll both be up. I'm not even playing because this is no joke. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down because I need to check on the weather. I know I can see stuff coming this way, so I want to see how bad it is. So
I'll tell you one thing: for us not having an actual plan tonight, I think this worked out really well.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
I hope we didn't bore you too much, guys. Sorry, I was totally not prepared at all for any of this.
Well, I tell you something. You know, you shouldn't have to use tornadoes as an excuse. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You got to cut yourself a little slack here. I mean, you had tornadoes. I mean, of course you didn't do that. I wouldn't have either. I'd have been like, well, let's go down to the basement, honey, and ride this out.
Mostly north. I have lightning to myself. What am I looking at right here? Is it a reflection from the lightning? I mean, my whole house is shaking right now every time the thunder goes off. And I'm seeing it to the south.
Can I see
Maybe I'm seeing the reflection. Oh, gosh, it's going to get back into that Roberts
no
project that he's got for me to do. And reflection. Good night. Good night, you guys. Thank you all for being here.
Yes.
But I am gonna get out of here because I want to be weather wise. I want to go check and see what's going on with the weather because it's getting close. I'm here in Booming. So thank you guys so much for being here, and we'll catch you next week.
Thank you, Christine.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Everybody stay safe out there.
Yeah, stay safe.
Bye.